The first thing you need to make a bench seat is the foam. I chose 3-inch project foam pre-cut in a package. Now I have to cut it to size. I place my wood on top of my foam and I use a Sharpie to trace it to cut it to size. The wood I chose was 2x4 hardback wood from Home Depot, and I asked the employee to cut it for me. Now that I have my wood traced, I set the foam on top of my bins with the line that I need to cut in between 2 bins. I'm using a sharp kitchen knife to cut the foam along the lines. I have everything prepped and layered on my floor now. First the fabric, then the batting, then the foam, then the wood on top. The foam and the wood are the same size. The batting I cut slightly larger, and the fabric I cut large enough so it folds over everything. Take your dimensions of your bench, add 3 inches for the foam, and I added another 1/2 inch for the batting and the wood, and then another 3/4 of an inch to fold it up over. And when you fold it really tight, it actually gives me close to 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. Now you're ready to staple your fabric to the wood. I am using this electric powered staple gun. I bought this little cheapie at Home Depot for $10. It does not go through the wood. Now my board might be a little bit harder than plywood, I'm not sure, so it may go through plywood, but it didn't work, so I'm using the electric powered one. When you're stapling your fabric, pull the fabric tight from the long edge and in the center, and then staple it. I have my first staple in, and I'm going to work my way from the center out, stapling this one first, and I'll grab on the right side of it and staple this and go back and forth until I am probably about 3 inches from the corner. Finished the one side, then I came over to the short side, started in the center and worked my way out to the corners once again, and each staple is probably about 3 inches apart. Then I got to the corner, I pulled it tight, here's the corner, and I did a staple as close to the corner as I could. It's about 1 inch. I folded it right over. The corners are tricky. If you wrap it like a present, I found that works best. So I folded it over, stapled. Now I'm gonna fold it over tight, staple here. I'm now going to fold it over the front, pulling tight, getting a seam, pulling that up, and stapling a couple staples up in the corner. There you have a complete corner. Next I did the other long side, again, starting from the center and working outside to the outside. Now I'm going to do the last short side. The last corner finished, and you flip it over, and you have a bench seat.